Hey, thanks for accidentally clicking on Tablenauts. I'm Doolin, and today I want to talk about some of my favorite experiences that I had gaming last year. These are not just games played, or not played, they are just games played last year. Not just games released last year, but they're games that I've continually played throughout the year with different groups of people, and that's actually how I'm going to categorize this. It's not just a top 10 list. I'm going to give you 2 to 3 games in each of these categories. The first category is going to be favorite online place. These are games that I played on BGA. They're also app-based games, and I have 3 here that I regularly played throughout all of this year with friends, and that is Harvest by Keymaster Games, Dune Imperium, and also Root. And those last 2, the apps are incredible. They're by Direwolf Studios, I'm pretty sure. And those have actually been my top 2 for quite some time, but my favorite is Root. Root's my favorite board game of all time. I love playing this with Max, with Sam, with Jeff, and we continually have a game basically going all year round. And it's super fun, always really, really good time. I'm learning that I'm not that great at the game, but it's still my favorite. I love all of the different factions. It's just the best. Next up is favorite party games. All of the rest of the categories are going to be typically groups of people, but this is like for everyone else. So these are games that I've introduced to people that are gamers and non-gamers alike, or we played at a party. And so the top 3 are Flip 7, That's Not a Hat, and Blood on the Clock Tower. And Blood on the Clock Tower actually takes number 1. I love those first 2, Flip 7 and That's Not a Hat. They're easily some of the best games to get if you are looking for games to be able to teach really, really quickly and have really, really quick modes so that you can play multiple rounds with people. Super, super fun. I've loved introducing them to people. I've loved, they've not really ever missed in a group, but Blood on the Clock Tower at Patrick's house with a lot of his family and friends, and Max and Kenny and our wives are going, and it was just a lot of fun, continually getting to play that game and get reacquainted with it. And we did it for the challenge, but it was just a lot of fun. The next category is going to be with my family, and so this isn't just like games with Emily, which that's my immediate family, I guess. But with my mom, my dad, my sister, and her husband, so my brother-in-law, we got quite a few games played like we do every year. I introduced them to a lot of new ones. We play some old favorites as well. But this year was the first year that I got them to play Marvel Zombies, and man, was that such a cool experience. So that's one of them. But another big one for us this year is actually Love Letter. And they fell in love with that game. I've re-fallen in love with that game this year. And it's hard to choose which of those experiences was better, but I think I'm going to go with Love Letter, just because even though I think Marvel Zombies is the better game, the experience of playing Love Letter over and over again with my family this year was just really, really fun. And I'm looking forward to, playing that with them again and again in 2026 as well. Next category we'll do is with with my wife, Emily. And we have, it's interesting. I have a bunch of games, but there are a few that are continually just like our go-tos. And even if we're playing something else, we're gonna sneak a game in of some of these. But easily, Sea Salt and Paper got played a ton last year, and that's one of my favorites. It's one of the 3. Next up is a little game called Panda Panda, which we continually go back to over and over again. It's by the maker of Trio, but Panda Panda is super fun, and it's this little card game, strategy card game. And then lastly, one of our favorites for forever now has been Sagrada. And Sagrada it's probably the longest game that we continually play. We don't play a whole lot of long games together, but it's so pretty, so fun, and it's one that if I'm like, hey Emily, do you want to play some games, and I give her a couple of options to play, I'll throw in Sagrada, and I almost know that she's gonna pick it. It's that good. And out of those 3, I would say Sagrada has been my favorite to play with her regularly. It's just a great game. It's well designed. It's one of my favorite top 50 games of all time. I love this game. I love the theme. Everything about it is just really, really fun, and it's just strategic enough that every time you go back to it, you're like, I want to play it again. Also, great app. I just didn't play a whole lot of the app this year. Next category I'm going to call the Kyle category. And these are games that I got to play with Kyle this year. I almost just did an Origins category, but because of one of these games I wanted to throw in there, I just called it the Kyle category. So we played an amazing group of games, and I've got 3 here that are my favorites that stand out among just a sea of awesome games. He introduced me a lot of Euros that I'd never played before, some heavier games that I'm discovering I like heavy games. It's just I don't play them in Kentucky that often, I guess. But my 3 for when I'm thinking about Kyle and the games I got to play with him and the best experiences that I had, I have Darwin's Journey, Tricarion, and Nemesis Retaliation. Those 3 games are heavy and they're long and they're fun. But I loved learning them. I loved playing. Like, all 3 of these are new to me this year, and all 3 of them are incredible games. 2 of which, actually, all 3 of these are on our tournament challenge that we're doing. Stay tuned. If you have not learned about that, you should absolutely either wait for the video announcement that Max is working on, or go check it out if it's already out. But out of those 3, which are all, again, heavy games that I got to play with Kyle, my favorite experience was Nemesis Retaliation. As much as I love Darwin's Journey and Tricarion, which I think both of those could be in my top 50 with more plays, Nemesis Retaliation just reinvigorated my love for Nemesis, and I think it is easily the best Nemesis game. It's just like the system of corridors. You feel a little bit more powerful with how many things that you can kill in one shot or one group of shots. But on top of that, like the amount of feeling of being overwhelmed is increased in this. Just the sheer amount of enemies that can be running down a corridor at you. And playing this with Ish, with Max, with Kyle, and Kenny was just an incredibly awesome experience. So much so that I had to add it to our tournament for the next year, even though I don't own a copy yet. I'm still looking down for one. If you have one that you want to sell me, let me know, DM me. But yeah, Nemesis Retaliation, my favorite game with Kyle, wins the Kyle Award this year. Next up is going to be there's only 2 more categories. I'm gonna go ahead and do solo. So these are games that I played by myself. I didn't do a lot of that this year. Not because I don't like solo games anymore, but actually I got into a new hobby last year, which is reading. Specifically listening to books. And so that eliminated a lot of my podcast listening. It eliminated a lot of like random YouTube video watching, but it also like kind of took the place of some solo board gaming experience. Now, that being said, I have 2 standout games that I played multiple times throughout 2025 that takes the cake for solo experience, and that is Final Girl and Tainted Grail. Final Girl has been, I mean, you guys know this, it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite solo game of all time, like pure solo game. But Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin is going to take the point here. I actually have set up right here in front of me on my board game table the whole game, and it's just in my room, set up at all times, and I love this game. I fell in love with the first game, even though it had some flaws, and this one just feels so much better and well, like more thought out, more well designed. You can improve or like lower the difficulty if you want to kind of match the playstyle that you want to play, and it's just great. It's incredible. It's the best writing of any game I've ever played. But yeah, that is the solo games, best solo games I played in 2025. And the last category, the one that was toughest to win, and I'd say the best like category because it has the most games in it, is my favorite games to play with Kenny, Max, and Patrick. Now, every Monday or Tuesday, depending on which day of the week works better, we all meet and we play games and we record. And over the last year, a lot of the games in contention here were games from the 5x20 or the 20x5. Sorry, I say that wrong all the time, which is when we try to play 20 games 5 times total. All 3 of these games are from that, and these were my absolute favorites. That is Arcs, Brian Boru, and Cthulhu Death May Die. All three of these games are in my top 10 games of all time now. They rose quite a bit because of this last year's plays with them. But out of those three, what might surprise you, one, is my now number 3 favorite game of all time, which is Brian Boru, the trick-taking area control game set in Ireland. This game isn't fantastic. I truly could not ask for like a better merge of those two mechanics, but I just love playing this. I get excited. I got excited every time we got it out. It's one that I don't think I would ever turn down a group of people saying, hey, can we play? And that's interesting because I don't feel that way about a lot of the games on the 20x5. As much as I enjoyed them, I think that I'm like, okay, let's get on to some new stuff. But out of all of the games, like these three, but especially Brian Boru, I'm gonna really miss, and I'm gonna want to play more of, and I wish that they could have been on the tournament this year. I would have been voting each of them through quite a bit, but Brian Boru, fantastic. Arcs, Cthulhu Death May Die, you are also beloved, and you're all three in my top 10 now. But that is my favorites of the year. I hope that you got some cool board game recommendations. If you've never played some of these, if you have and you really enjoyed them, hopefully you feel vindicated. You're like, absolutely, dude, I agree with you. But if you enjoyed this video in the slightest or got any recommendations or anything at all from this, I would highly suggest and love for you to like and subscribe to our channel. We are actually like we're a four-year-old channel, I think. Maybe 5. I'm not really 100% sure of that. And we're so close to 10,000 subs, and it would just feel like such a victory to get there. So if you are watching this and you are not subbed and you've gotten this far in the video, please consider doing so. I mean, you're not having to pay us anything at all. It just helps. And it also encourages us to keep making these and to keep pushing hard. Stay tuned, because this whole year we're going to be attempting another challenge, and this one is going to highly involve the YouTube channel. So you're going to want to watch those. You're going to want to know about them, because there's going to be opportunities for you to win things, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be super fun. But yeah, 2025, we'll see you later. 2026, I'm excited about all the things that you have in store for us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.